he taught me that there is no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as failure. What does exist is lack of persistence.
Mm-hmm.
That's what exists. And when somebody wants to succeed at something, even if he fails many, many, many times, if he wants to try it again, he can. And he can continue trying until he succeeds.
Learn how to capture attention. My job is to wake people up.
Love it. Thank you for sharing that. You just said goal. I got to ask you, how do you go about the goal setting? Do you have one big one that you're incrementally aiming towards? Or do you do like the Amazon goal, the Messenger goal, or what are we going towards? And like, what's the big one? If you can share.
You know what? My job in this company right now is to be the big thinker here. I always have to think about what our next year going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm establishing the big thinking. And then I have a lot of guys in the individual departments establishing the goals for the departments. And I'm basically going to approve those goals and just make sure that I help them along the way to also get them there. But I'm always thinking about next month, next year, what are we going to do so we can keep on growing? One successful action that I did, which I'll tell you that, is that before I had anybody else, it was just myself. And this, you can probably go back to a lot of successful entrepreneurs. Grant Cardone, these guys talk about every single day setting your goals. Every single day. Write down a list of everything that you want to accomplish that day. Write down a list of everything you want to accomplish in the next 30 days and in the next 90 days and the next year. And just keep that up to date. And always push yourself to the next level. Like if you wake up in the morning, when you have your coffee, the first thing that you should do is sit down with a piece of paper or a notepad in your computer and write down what you want to accomplish that day. No matter how unreal it is, just write it all down. And then the next day you move things that you actually were able to get done. And then the other ones you move into the next day. And that way you keep on pushing yourself to the next level. There's this guy who I was on his podcast last year. His name is John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire. I don't know if you've heard about him before, but
I recognize the name.
Yeah, he has a very big podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire. It's one of the biggest business podcasts in the world. He came out with a book, and this is before I was anything, like before I was successful, let's say. He came out with a book and a journal, and he called it the Freedom Journal, the Freedom Journal. And the idea was to have consistent visualization of your goals. And I thought it was a great idea. And I invested, he actually had a Kickstarter campaign, and I invested in buying 3 books back then. It was like $100, something like that. You can probably buy these books on Amazon. They're called Freedom Journals. And you open them up and it guides you on a day-by-day targets, goals, 30 days, etc. It has quotes, really cool entrepreneurial quotes. I bought it and I started following along. And the crazy thing was that the goals that I put in there, 6 months later, accomplished. A year later, way more than accomplished. So that thing works. If you keep on putting your mind to a particular goal, if you keep on putting attention there, you will continue getting closer and closer. It's inevitable. I can tell you that I've also learned, and this is my own philosopher from my own church, okay? He taught me that there is no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as failure. What does exist is lack of persistence.
Mm-hmm.
That's what exists. And when somebody wants to succeed at something, even if he fails many, many, many times, if he wants to try it again, he can. And he can continue trying until he succeeds. And anybody out there has the same power. You can continue trying things until you become successful. And entrepreneurship is almost like being a baseball player, right? If you get on base, 3 out of 10 times, if you get to hit the ball correctly and get home, that doesn't happen much. But when it does happen, you're a superstar, right? And I don't know if you guys know about baseball, but
oh yeah,
on baseball, if somebody gets to hit the ball 3 times out of 10 successfully, you're a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneurship is similar like that. If you get to do a business and you're successful 3 out of 10 times, you're a winner, man. You're a winner. That's a good thing. Whether that's an e-commerce on Amazon or like an e-commerce or like a brick and mortar or service, a podcast, a training, whatever it is, it applies. It's not going to be 9 out of 10. That's not the reality of business. I mean, just look at the stats. 95% of businesses do not make it past 5 years. 95% of businesses. So it's a reality that most businesses that are being created today, 95 out of 100 businesses that are created today will not exist in 5 years. It's the truth.